Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're taking a look at some accessories from PlayVital. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, PlayVital sent me some things to take a look at for a fair and honest review, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. The very first item is a Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch protective case. The silicone sleeve that was sent to me for the Game & Watch is clear in color, but it does have a frosted effect. The back of the sleeve has ridges for your fingers to grip. Also included are two tempered glass screen protectors. They are pretty thick and don't feel flimsy. Last up in the package is a warranty card as well as the applicators for the screen protector. The screen protector is cut pretty well. You can see there is a bit of gap between the edge of the screen protector and the edge of the screen. And that is by design so you can fit the screen protector in there. No matter how poorly you mount this screen protector, the only unprotected areas will be around the edge of the screen where there actually is nothing being displayed. The silicone sleeve has a cutout on the left hand side so you can slide in the Game & Watch. I found this to fit on relatively easily. And the overall fit on this Game & Watch is almost perfect. They did a really good job fitting this. The slot where you slide in the Game & Watch on the left hand side does leave space for the speaker. And there's also a cutout on the right hand side for the USB-C port. The grips on the back do feel nice to hold. I'm not quite sure why there are ridges for grips on the top left and right corner of this. I'm assuming maybe to pick it up if it's in a bag or something. Overall here, the rubber or silicone sleeve grips fairly well. It's not really going to slide off at all. If you're in the market for something just to protect your Game & Watch for bumps and scratches, maybe you put it in a backpack, maybe you put it in a pocket, this might do the trick. It's not going to offer any water resistance or anything of that nature. The next item we're taking a look at here are covers for the Nintendo Switch JoyCons and the Switch unit itself. Included in the package are some little plastic caps that go over the buttons on your JoyCons. The little plastic caps are held on by pre-cut double-sided tape, and I found it very difficult to take off the paper backing from the tape to even stick it to the controller. After getting one of these plastic caps attached to the button, here is what it looks like. It does raise the profile of the button a little bit, and the cap does slide around significantly. Overall here, I'm not really a fan of these plastic caps at all. They're a pain to put on, they don't work that great, and I don't recommend them. Moving on now to the plastic cases that cover the JoyCons. The ones that were sent to me have this wave pattern printed on them, and they have a frosted plastic look. These are not a soft silicone case like for the Game & Watch. These are more of a hard plastic, and putting them on the JoyCons was a little difficult. Here's what it looks like on the right JoyCon. The fit is pretty good. There aren't really any gaps here. It fits very snug. I noticed that the plus button is a little harder to press considering it's now recessed inside the case, and I didn't really like that. I also found the R button is harder to press in considering the case now is close up to it. Here's a closer look to show that the case is ever so slightly above the R button, which does interfere with using it. Now moving on to the protective cover for the Switch itself, and this one also has a wave pattern printed on it. There is a cutout on the bottom of the case for access to the USB-C port and also for the kickstand. There's also cutouts on the top for access to the cartridge slot and headphone jack, and a cutout for the fan. I did notice that the cover wasn't fitting over the fan very well, and it was shifting quite a bit. Overall, the whole top of this cover was shifting quite a bit. With covers on the Switch and both JoyCons, everything still fit together okay. They didn't interfere with assembly. But you can see the gap on the top right hand corner of the Switch where the cover isn't fitting very well at all. Here's a look at the back of the Switch with everything in place, and you can see that printed on wave. Considering the case has cutouts on the bottom to fit into a Switch dock, I decided to cram it into the Switch dock, and it doesn't fit very well at all. It's a very tight fit, and I don't recommend using a dock when you have this case on. The covers here do look like they'll protect the Switch from minor bumps and scratches. Last up here we have a cover plate for the Switch dock. This one has that wave pattern on it as well, and it's one big plastic piece. Installation of this cover plate is very simple and straightforward. You just line it up and clip it onto the dock, and that's really about it. You just have to press it and clip it. I would say the overall fit on this is okay. You can see there is a cutout for the LEDs, and it doesn't line up perfectly. There is a bit of a gap above the LED. Here's a look of the side profile so you can see it doesn't interfere with the Switch itself when you're putting it in the dock, and that's a good thing. Here's a top view to show you that there is no interference with this cover plate and the Switch in the dock. Here's what it looks like with the covers on the JoyCons and on the Switch dock, all using the same theme. You can see things don't line up perfectly either. A minor thing to note as well, I did find it difficult to press the back button on the JoyCons to remove them with these grip covers on. Now let's go over whether or not I think these products are worth it, and we'll start out here with the Switch cover, both for the JoyCons and for the unit itself. Looking at the product here, there are a bunch of different styles. I did have the wave style, but you can get something that's clear or maybe something with a solid color. Overall here, I did not like the button covers at all. I thought they were awful. I didn't like how they work. As for the Joy-Con and Switch covers, I really didn't like those either. For the Joy-Con covers, some of the buttons were harder to press in, and for the Switch cover, it didn't really fit that well, and I couldn't use it with the Switch dock while I had the cover on. Overall here, for $17.99, I do think there are some better options out there, so unfortunately, I can't recommend this. Moving on to the dock cover. Now this one is $15.99, so 16 bucks. It clips on directly to the front of the dock, which I think is a great feature. Essentially, it is just a piece of plastic here, but there are some other designs that you might like. If you're into one of these designs specifically, or you want to pick one up to maybe paint over or create your own custom design here, if you think 16 bucks is worth it, then this item might be for you. But there are also some other options out there, so I'm kind of on the fence as to whether or not I'd recommend this. And last up here, we have the screen protectors and silicone cover for the Game & Watch. This one here is coming in at $11.99, basically $12. And there are 4 different color options available. I have the clear, there is a red, a black, and a white. If you're in the market for a protective case for your Game & Watch, including screen protectors, 12 bucks here isn't a bad deal overall, and I can recommend this one. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Shoutouts to PlayVital for providing this stuff for a fair and honest review. Let me know your thoughts on anything I took a look at today in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.